I found a flash drive labeled Your Future Script, and when I opened it, it showed the exact moment my boyfriend betrays me. I never believed my life could be written before I lived it, but everything changed the night I came home from a long, exhausting day of writing and found a tiny black flash drive waiting right at my door like it had been placed there for me and only me. The label said, Your Future Script, in simple white letters, and something about the handwriting felt strangely familiar, but I couldn't place it, so I took it inside, thinking it had to be some dumb prank, or maybe a prop someone dropped. When I plugged it in, a single document appeared titled My Life Draft, and I clicked it mostly out of curiosity. But the moment the pages opened, I felt my breath slip because the first scene was my childhood bedroom, described in such detail that it felt like the writer had stood in that room with me. The pale yellow curtains, the broken drawer, the glow in the dark stickers fading on the ceiling, all of it perfectly right. Then the next section talked about my breakup 3 years ago, the one I never told anyone about, not even my closest friends. It even mentioned the way I cried into my sweater so the neighbors wouldn't hear me. Reading it felt like my memories had been turned into film scenes, and as I kept scrolling the script, quietly shifted into moments I hadn't lived yet, like someone was predicting my choices before I even thought of them. One line said, Tomorrow she will skip her morning coffee run because her card will decline, and the next day it happened exactly that way. And I remember standing in the cafe, stunned, staring at the machine like it had betrayed me too. Another scene said, She will get a call at 4 p.m. about an opportunity she will think she doesn't deserve, and at 4 p.m. sharp, my phone rang with a meeting invitation from a producer who had rejected me twice already. I should have been terrified, but instead I felt addicted to knowing the next moment, so I used the script like a guide, fixing little mistakes, avoiding awkward encounters, choosing the right words and arguments, and for a while it felt like magic. Like someone gave me cheat codes for life, until the day the script wrote something that made my chest tighten so hard it hurt. It said, My boyfriend Lucas will betray her within 48 hours and she will walk into it without seeing the signs because she trusts him too much. I read that line again and again trying to understand it because Lucas was the one constant safe place in my life, the one thing that felt honest. So I decided not to panic. I just needed to talk to him before anything happened. But the script said, the confrontation will go exactly as he planned, and that part scared me more than the betrayal. When I reached his apartment, he opened the door with a look that wasn't confusion but expectation. Like he already knew this scene was coming, and the room felt smaller than usual, as if the walls were waiting too. I told him I found a script predicting my life, and before I finished the sentence, he sighed like he'd been carrying the truth for too long. He didn't deny it. He didn't even pretend to be surprised. Instead, he told me something that made my skin crawl. He said, I have been writing it to help you. You never see danger until it hurts you. So I tried to guide you. I tried to make you live the way you should live. And I realized in that moment he wasn't predicting my life. He was shaping it, twisting scenes, shaping choices, controlling my path with words and pages like he owned my future. I told him he had no right to decide what happened in my life. And he said, without the script, you will fall apart. You always do. I left without another word because staying there felt like stepping back into a cage. And when I got home, I took the flash drive to the little pond behind my building, where the water shimmered like a quiet goodbye, and I threw it in, watching it sink into the darkness until I couldn't see it anymore. For the first time, the future felt unwritten, uncertain, and completely mine. And as I walked back under the soft city lights, I realized I didn't need a script to stay safe. I just needed to choose my own story, even if it scared me.